What's going on, guys? It's Groove, back with another video, and today we're going over the 48 Laws of Power. This is one of my favorite books of all time. It's too much to just do one review on, and so I'm breaking this thing up into different parts. So today, we're gonna go over some of my favorite laws for when it comes to your friends. Like I've mentioned in other videos, this book is not all hunky-dory. This thing is about power and manipulation. Just like I said in the other videos, not only can this book tell you how to manipulate people, but you can also learn how to use it for the defensive, which is what I like about this. So you'll know when people are manipulating you. You know when your friends are manipulating you. Again, I treat this thing like karate or judo or something like that. It's for defensive purposes. You want to learn how to fight so you can defend yourself. So yeah, today we're just going to go over some laws for when it comes to friends. So the first law when it comes to friends is law 2, and this is never put too much trust in your friends and learn to use your enemies. When it comes to our friends, we always think they're going to be there for us. We always think they want what's best for us. We always think that they have our backs, but he wants to let you know that your friends are the first ones to get envious of you. If you become successful and they're not right there with you, they become envious. Like, we would think that they want to see us do the best we can do, but he just says to make sure that you know that your friends are they're just going to be envious of you. They're going to be jealous, or they're going to be the first ones to be jealous. It won't even be your enemies. It'll be your friends. And with that, most people are blind to that because they feel like, again, these are my friends. They would never betray me. They would never stab me in the back. And we've seen a lot of people do that to their friends. So again, just be careful when it comes to that. He also mentions when it comes to business as well. A lot of people, when they start to become entrepreneurs or they want to start a business, they'll often hire their friends because, that's my friend. I like hanging out with them. Why not do business? Like, let's get some money together. And he says to just be careful of this, because when you're hiring a friend or when you go into business with a friend, they won't work as hard as somebody else because they feel like they're your friend, so they don't have to go as hard. Or if they slack off, that you won't fire them because you guys are buddies. Just be careful when you're hiring friends. He says it's honestly better to hire your enemies because they have more to prove, because you're already kind of keeping them at a distance, at a side eye. And so they're like, no, like, I'm good. I want to work for you. Like, they go above and beyond to get the job done because they want to get in your good graces. Where again, your friends will just like slack off because they're just like, yeah, that's just my friend. I don't need to go so hard to impress that person because we're cool. Lastly, with that, he just stresses that we never know our friends as good as we think we do. So again, it doesn't mean that you have to go into your circle with a side eye and just kind of spying on your friends and stuff like that, but just make sure you know, especially when it comes to business, if you're going to hire them, we never really know our friends as good as we do. They may try to betray us. They may try to slack off in the relationship. They may want to see our downfall if we become successful. So just keep that in mind as well. The next law when it comes to friends is law 5, and that is guard your reputation. So you want your reputation to be spotless. Your reputation can double your power. If your friend group believes that, you have a great reputation for being there, for being honest, for being generous, for giving, somebody that they can go to and they can depend on. He says you want that to, you want to guard your reputation. Your reputation is everything. You want people to look at you as that person. You want to be somebody who your friends, are inspired to be, somebody that they respect on a high level. And with that being said, if people believe all these things about you, I can't believe he says this. He says it allows you to practice all manners of deception. So you can deceive people and use them as you will. And they can become your pawns. But I wouldn't do that. Anybody who watches my videos, who I know personally, I wouldn't do that to you. Trust me. So the next law is law 11. And so law 11 is keep people dependent on you. You always want people to depend on you and to need you, especially if you're one of those people who need a lot of people around you. You're that social person, that social butterfly. If you want a lot of people around you, if you want a lot of friends, they need to need you. They need to need you for things, or, for your generosity and for, your happiness. We want to call on that person because we know when we get them around, they brighten the room. They bring positive vibes, positive energy. So you need to feel needed in life, in your friend group. And with that, again, when it comes to power, when people feel like they need you, you can pretty much get people to do what you want at that point. because again, they like having you around, and to keep you there, they will make sure that you are happy at all times, so you can get people to do stuff for you, like, hey, I need help with this, or can you loan me some money? And it's like, sure, no problem, anything for you, because they just like you, being in their presence. And he also says, if you want to have power over people, you need to keep them needing you. You need to keep them wanting you. They need to feel like they need you, and they can't, live without you. And for the next law, when it comes to friends, it's law 32, and this is appear to people's fantasies. And I thought this one was pretty interesting. People hate the truth. Your friends hate the truth. When they come to you, they usually, if they're coming to you with problems that they're having at work or in life or relationships, they don't want to hear the truth. Like, people don't like the truth. And so you need to not tell them the truth. Like, play to their fantasies. Even if they tell you a situation and you're kind of like, I think you were kind of in the wrong of this, don't say that to them. Play to their fantasies. Be like, oh, I feel you, I'm so sorry. Continue feeding that fantasy. Continue telling them they are right, or it's gonna get better, or the other person was wrong, or you see where they were coming from. And that keeps them around you, that keeps them needing you in their lives. And that's honestly true too. Even if you're the good friend, if you're constantly telling people the truth, they won't want you around anymore. Like, they'll get angry at you, and they'll be like, I'm never going to that person with my problems again, because they're just gonna say it's my fault, even if it is their fault. That anger turns into, they don't even want you around anymore. And so now you're like, where did everybody go? Oh crap, I was just speaking the truth. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. So the last law when it comes to friends would be law 43, and that is work on the hearts and minds of others. Again, when it comes to friends, if you want to get them to do things for you, you have to, again, work on their hearts and minds. You have to understand psychologies, their likes, their dislikes. And so you can use this as a weakness to get them to rally behind you. You usually see people that do this in like cliques. If somebody wants to, maintain a small, tight-knit group of friends, they will get them to not like somebody else, or they will know that one person doesn't like somebody else, so they won't like that person either. And so that gets the friends group closer together. So again, if you want to use your friends like pawns, you need to know their psychologies, what their dislikes are. You need to know what their weaknesses are, so then you can use those. Again, you usually see this in cliques, maybe in high school and stuff like that. There's one person that's kind of, using the weaknesses of other people to get them to do what they want. I think, what is it, that one movie, Mean Girls, with Lindsay Lohan? That was really like a really good movie of how those girls used each other's psychologies and their weaknesses to get what they wanted when it came to power. So that's it when it comes to some of my favorite laws when it comes to friends. I'll be doing a few more of these when it comes to, again, business and life and friends and romance. So go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.